Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. And video is a little different. It's a little different from other videos in that we are actually going to not unbox a comic. We are going to unbox a statue that was sent over to me by a subscriber. It's actually the first statue that I've ever received, that I've ever owned. And we are going to unbox this bad boy and we are going to check this out. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 1/6 scale statue. And this thing is pretty slick from the way that the box looks here. We'll spin it around so you can get a good look, hopefully, at the back side of this box. This thing is really cool. I'm definitely excited about this thing. We're going to crack it open. Art FX statue is what this thing is called. We're going to crack it open. We're going to see what's inside and put this thing together. And I think it's going to be awesome. I really do think it's going to be awesome. So let's see what's inside here. Couple of components here. And I apologize. It may be a little loud on the... maybe a little loud, so maybe I'll mute this until I get this thing a little open here. All right, so I think we made a little progress there. There's basically 3 sections to this thing. There is something in styrofoam, which I'm guessing is the base. There is Spider-Man in 2 parts. 2 parts here in the middle here in this plastic clear stuff. And then there is a little bit of a little pouch here. And I think this is the webbing for Spidey. So we're going to crack all this stuff open little by little and kind of take a look at the parts inside. And hopefully it won't be too loud here. Maybe I'll mute it again as I crack open Spidey first. All right, so we made a little progress here. And there's a couple of parts in here of Spidey. So we'll set this stuff to the side here. And we'll crack him open, pull him out of his plastic. This thing is pretty cool. Definitely cool. Hopefully you guys can see that on camera there. It's pretty cool. He's a jacked Spidey. He is jacked. This thing's actually pretty heavy. I mean, there's definitely some weight to this. This thing is not a light statue. I'm not sure what it's made of, but it is definitely not light. But he has a little muscle on him. Spidey has a little muscle. A lot of really great detail on this thing. I mean, just the lines are just straight, clean. I mean, it's really well done. This thing is really well done. A lot of great detail on this piece. So definitely cool. I'm gonna free his lower body here, which is just very awkward. It's very awkward here. Very awkward piece. But again, Spidey has some muscular legs. It's definitely an interesting pose right there. So I think these 2 pieces kind of fit together. So we will see if we can get this together. See if we can get it together. Man, Spidey is not going together very easily. Maybe I'll speed this part up in the video. He is not going together very easily. There we go. There we go. I had the wrong angle. We had the wrong angle on Spidey. It's all about the angles, right? That's cool, though. Look how cool that is. I mean, this thing is really cool. Lots of great detail. There's some heft to this thing. This is not a light statue, not at all, but definitely a really cool pose. Very exaggerated pose there, which is, you know, pretty typical for Spidey. So we'll set him to the side and we'll see what's inside this bottom piece here. I think thankfully have my little box cutter handy. So I'm going to mute this again because as I see now on this one versus the first one, there's tape all the way around it. So I'll mute, I'll do the cuts, and then we'll come back. So as I suspected, there is the base in this bottom part. Again, there's not the lightest. This thing has some weight to it. There's definitely some weight to it. This is really cool. As I'm looking at this thing, it reminds me of, for better or worse, right? It reminds me of the cover of Web of Spider-Man #1. Which I think is a painted cover from Vess. I think it's Vess, V-E-S-S. It reminds me of that cover. And I haven't looked at that cover too recently, but this reminds me of that. So definitely a cool thing. And I think I see where he attaches. There's a little bit of a nodule, little cutout right there. I think that's where his foot goes. And you can see his... hopefully you can actually see that on the bottom. There's a little bit of a peg on the bottom, and I think his foot kind of fits in there. So we're gonna see whether we can get this together. I don't think he goes like that. Yeah, there we go. Very cool. How cool is that? How cool is that? That's pretty slick. So his foot just kind of anchors into the outcropping there, and he's kind of suspended out. Very exaggerated pose on this one. Really cool. So let me open up the plastic here for the webbing. Cut that open. Check out this webbing. I may need to refer to the box for this one to see how this goes together. See if we can figure this thing out. A couple of photos here, which don't exactly help. With that. Looks like that piece maybe goes forward. So maybe stick this in his hand. Stick that in that hand. And maybe this piece goes in this hand back here. So we can get that in there. There we go. So there you go. I guess we just play with the webbing. Give it a couple of bends and twists here to make it look like he's shooting and swinging it. That's pretty cool. This is pretty cool. This thing is awesome. Again, this is the 1/6 scale art effects statue, Spider-Man web slinger. This thing is cool. Very, very cool statue here. Thing has a lot of weight to it. I'm gonna have to put it in a place so that it doesn't tip or and stuff like that. But this thing is really, really cool. Definitely a cool piece. First statue is really an impressive one. I dig this. It's a great one. So definitely appreciative of the subscriber who sent this over to me, because this is an awesome gift. This really is an awesome gift. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, I probably would have bought one eventually, but this is cool. This is definitely cool. Hopefully you can see all the detail in this thing back on the video. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, I definitely want to encourage you to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment in the comment section. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so at RegieCollects on Instagram and RegieCollects@gmail.com. Take care.